All right, let's talk about the two invisible forces that are, right now, quietly building the reality you experience every single day.
A lot of us think life is just a game of chance, fate, circumstance, whatever. But it's not. It's actually governed by a system, a really powerful loop that's always running in the background. And the craziest part, most people never even see it. So what are they? Okay, here are the two forces. First, it's that constant stream of stories you tell yourself, about who you are, what you think you're capable of. And second, it's the voices you allow to have influence over you. Now here's the crucial part, the thing you have to get. If you don't take conscious control of these two things, they will absolutely 100% control you. Okay, so to really see how this works in the real world, let's meet this guy, David. He's 19, he's smart, he's got all this potential, but he feels completely and totally stuck. And he has no idea why. Every single morning, he wakes up already feeling defeated. His own mind, it's like a battlefield. And for David, these things he's thinking, they're not just random passing thoughts. No way. They are deeply rehearsed scripts. He's been practicing these lines for years, and they've become so much more than thoughts. They've literally become his identity. They dictate everything, what he tries, what he avoids, and ultimately who he becomes. And then here's the other side of the equation. David is surrounded by these external voices that just confirm all of his worst fears. His friends, the people he trusts, they normalize mediocrity. They'll tell him ambition is foolish, that playing it small is just being realistic. And those voices, they don't feel negative to him. They feel like friendship. They feel like common sense. This whole thing really made me think about my own life. For the longest time, I honestly didn't realize how much of my own thinking just wasn't even mine. I thought I was this independent thinker, but when I looked closer, I was just replaying these inherited stories and echoing voices I had soaked up without ever questioning them. So back to David, this sense of frustration, it's growing. He feels completely trapped, but he can't see the bars of the cage. And then, one day, he starts to notice something. A really disturbing pattern that's running his entire life. He sees the internal loop first. It's always the same negative thoughts popping up every single day. And those thoughts, they lead to the exact same actions: hesitation, procrastination, avoidance. And guess what? Those actions inevitably produce the exact same limiting results. It's a flawless machine designed to keep him stuck. And at the exact same time, there's this parallel loop running on the outside. He hangs out with the same people, right? And they reinforce that same passive mindset, which just solidifies the very limits he's fighting against. The two loops, they're perfectly in sync. It's brutal. This realization just hits him like an electric shock. And David starts asking these dangerous questions he's never, ever dared to ask before. Like, wait a minute, are these thoughts about myself even true? Or are they just familiar? Why do I believe what these people say about my potential? And the big one, who the heck actually wrote this script I'm living out every single day? And okay, so here's the crucial turning point. Your internal story and your external influences, they're not facts, they're decisions. And any decision can be remade. This is the moment where David stops being just a character in his story and starts becoming the author. And the core skill he learns is something called intentional thinking. Now, this isn't just about being positive. It's way more active than that. It's a deliberate process. You literally catch your automatic negative thoughts in the act. You challenge them. You ask if they're even true. And then you consciously replace them with a thought that actually serves you better. And you do it over and over and over again until that new voice becomes your default setting. So David starts small, but it is a total game changer. That automatic thought, I'm not qualified for this, gets caught and immediately replaced with, I am learning how to do this. That old script, I'll probably fail, gets replaced with, I'm gonna find out what happens. See, he's not lying to himself. He's just shifting from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. So this becomes his playbook, his strategy. First, he basically becomes an auditor of his own mind, catching that negative self-talk. Then he questions where it came from. Is this my belief, or did I just borrow it from someone? Then he deliberately replaces it. And at the same time, he starts creating distance from the voices that make him feel small, and he actively seeks out better inputs, books, mentors, whatever, people who expand his world instead of shrinking it. I actually started doing this myself. I literally sat down and wrote out my most common negative thoughts, and then I tried to trace where they came from. And it was shocking. Most of them weren't even mine. They were the fears of a parent or a teacher or a friend, and I realized I was carrying around other people's limitations. And once I saw that, like really saw it, I could finally choose to just set them down. And this is what leads to a real transformation. David is just different now. It's not like his external circumstances magically changed overnight. No, his thinking changed. His entire inner world has been completely re-architected. And really, it all comes back to this one thing. Your life is, and it always will be, a direct result of these two forces, your internal story and your external influences, period. There are no exceptions to this rule. You are the architect of your life, whether you're doing it on purpose or not. Okay, so here's your task. I want you to make this real for yourself, not just something you listen to. This week, just catch one recurring negative thought. And when you catch it, I want you to ask yourself that powerful question: is this actually true, or is it just familiar? Then, identify one negative influence. It could be a person, a social media feed, whatever, and just create a little distance. And finally, write down one replacement belief and read it to yourself every morning. Just try it. Because here's the bottom line. You can either be the one who intentionally chooses your thoughts and carefully picks your influences, or you can let them be chosen for you by default. But make no mistake about it, a choice is always being made. The only question left is, by whom?